Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to today's video. I have a bone to pick with Colourpop. I have the biggest bone to pick with Colourpop. Today's video was supposed to be a Colourpop foundation wear test and review. Fortunately, it's going to be something a little different. I got some AdSense money, got some monies. Thank you guys for watching my videos and thank you for watching my ads. Thank you guys, thank you. I got some AdSense money and I said, you know what, I need to buy some makeup to try out. What brand should I buy? What's affordable? And what can I get a lot of, and what is a product or a brand that I know a lot of people are still talking about? Colourpop came to mind. I have never tried any of their complexion products. I've tried their lippy sticks, I've tried their liquid lipsticks. Not a fan of their liquid lipsticks, but I love their lippy sticks. I went to their site and I said, yo, it's true, they have foundation. Let me do a foundation wear test. And Colourpop is one of the few websites that actually provides a foundation match for you. It's basically where you put in the brands you already use, like the products you already use and the foundation shades, and it matches you with the closest or to a very similar foundation to the one that you've input. Right? This makes it so much easier for me to buy a foundation that's going to be in my shade, because one of my biggest gripes about buying foundation online is that you never see it in person. You don't get to test it on your skin and all that jazz. My favorite matching foundation to my skin, and it's because it matches my face and my skin, is the MAC Studio Fix Fluid in the shade NW48. I put it in and I realized that they didn't have my shade. In their match, they only had 47 and 50. I was like, well, 50 is gonna be too dark and 47 might be too light. So I said, okay, let me put in another foundation. My second closest match, and another brand that they had, because they didn't have a couple of brands of foundation. So the foundation I decided to match with was the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. The Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless is another favorite of mine. You guys know this. I use this all the time. The shade I used in the match was Pecan, and Pecan for me has reddish undertones, but I usually work and correct that with a yellow concealer, and you guys know this. So I put in 355 Pecan and it gave me the shade Dark 175. Also did warn me, I will say, it did warn me and said this shade might be slightly warmer. And I was like, okay, slightly warmer isn't bad because Pecan is reddish on me. I use a heavy yellow concealer to balance it out. So if the foundation is going to be slightly warmer than me, that means it's going to be a bit more yellow, which is the kind of foundation I like. So I ordered it. I also ordered a concealer, setting powder, and 2 of their eyeshadow palettes. This is the box everything came in. This is the concealer in shade Dark 42. I ordered the translucent powder in Deep. This is the foundation that we're gonna have a talk about. And I ordered 2 eyeshadow palettes. This one is Blue Moon, which is a blue based eyeshadow palette, and Just My Look, which is a green one. It took a while to come. It took about a month. It feels like a month, but it took like about 3 weeks to come. I've zoomed you guys in and I'm gonna swatch all my cheeks. I'm gonna first put the shade 355 Pecan to show you guys this is what I was matching to. This is the shade I input. It's slightly red, as you can see. It's really red on me. I'm gonna put you the foundation that they suggested for me. This is the packaging of the foundation and everything. The bottle has stars on it. It has a pump. I like pump foundations. And this is the shade Dark 175. Alright guys. Is this slightly warmer? Slightly. Like, this is a jump. I need to understand how this is slightly warmer than this. I need someone to explain this to me because it makes no sense. Like, I'm putting this out there, like I want you guys to correct me if I'm wrong. Like, you guys should call me out. So I have decided that I am still gonna do this wear test, but with a twist. I am going to use Pecan on this side and use Dark 175 on this side. So I am going to put up my hair because it's in my face. I'm gonna be applying the Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser Primer. Primer I've been using recently, and I want to make sure I give this foundation a fair shot. I'm first gonna apply Pecan on this side. I usually start with the side of my face, funny enough, but today I'm gonna do this. Here's a review for the Colourpop eyeshadows, by the way. They're fantastic, and they come with a big ass mirror. And these palettes are really pretty and curated very well. I think we have some good coverage on this side, except for this bad boy. So I'm gonna first take like 2 pumps and I I don't like how this foundation is applying with a brush. That's my problem now. It's not applying, it's not blending well with a brush. I've only applied it here, but it looks, dare I say it matched? I'm thinking, as I'm applying this foundation, obviously this is a foundation that works better with a sponge, because this brush is having a hard time dealing. I think it's too liquidy and it's leaving a lot of streaks, which is why I have to like buff it in. This is it on my face. I'm very surprised. I'm like, wow, okay. I really like how it looks on my skin. I will not. No, I'm not playing games with you. I like how it looks on my skin. Like, I'm thinking, am I taking my words back? Am I eating my words? But like, it looks actually like blended out. It does look slightly warmer than this side of my face. Like, it's so weird how both of the shades now look like my shade. Like, this didn't look like my shade before, but now it's like, ooh, that looks like your shade. I'm gonna also be trying out the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. I've heard very, very good things about this concealer. The concealer comes in a frosted bottle with a white top. So I got the shade Dark Set 42. So I'm gonna be applying it to both sides of my face. I love the applicator. It's bendy, as you can see. So it's like really good. You can get into all the spots like there. This is definitely a concealer that I would use with this foundation to help brighten and bring back the yellow. Just putting the concealer in the places I apply concealer. And then there's this thing I started doing recently, which adds like a little more glow to my face. I started taking the MAC Cosmetics Improper Copper Cream Base. It's like a cream product. You can use it on your eyes, on your cheeks. So what I do is I take my dual-ended brush and I apply some to my cheekbones like that. So I just take a little bit of that, apply it to my cheekbones right there, so that when I blend my concealer, everything blends nicely into the skin and I end up with like supreme glow. You guys are gonna see. Let's see how this bad boy blends. Yeah, this concealer is brightening. I had a feeling. I had that feeling. This concealer is so brightening. Like so brightening. A little bit of this concealer goes a long way. I had a couple of issues blending out under my eye because I put a lot of concealer. The more I have this foundation on, the more I like it. I really like it. I like the way everything is looking. The concealer will take a while to blend if you use too much. That is my warning. So I'm gonna set the concealer with my regular under eye powder. This is the Black Opal True Color Ultra Matte Foundation Powder in the shade Medium Dark. I'm just gonna take my angled powder brush, and set that in place. Next up to try from the Colourpop box is the translucent powder in the shade Deep. If you guys want details on the pricing of everything, I'm gonna put it in the description box below. So this is the packaging. This is what it looks like. This little bad boy here is the translucent powder. And this is the shade. It comes with a sifter. I just removed the sticker that covered it. Shake this up and get a good amount in the sifter. This is what it looks like in the sifter. It looks orange. Is it just me or it looks really orange? It looks rich. It's a very rich orange. I'm gonna take some of this powder. Let me apply it to this side first. So this is what the powder looks like on my skin. I'm gonna apply it to this side now. I have no complaints. I was worried that it was too orange, but it looks fine on the skin. Skin is looking nice. It set my face nicely. I don't have any problems with the powder. All right, so we finished with the skin. We finished talking about the skin and the foundation. Let's move on. I got two palettes from Colourpop. This is the Just My Luck palette and the Blue Moon palette. The Just My Luck palette is a green palette, and this is what the shades look like. They have different shades of green, plus they popped in like a lime yellow, and yeah, and a nice greenish brown, like a nice fudgy, dirty brown there. And then we have the Blue Moon palette, which is blue. you. I love how pretty this palette is. It's nice shades of blue. This one does look a little purple. These two do look like purple. Then you have a nice icy shade right here. But I really like this palette. So I want to use the blue one today. I don't know what look I'm going to do. I'm just going to like play around and stuff. I'm looking at the way my face is like wearing. Looking at the foundation and looking at my skin, it's like you really can't tell these two shades apart. So I'm gonna point out that I have a lot of creasing under my eyes. It's definitely because that concealer is very matte. The rest of my face is great, but right in this area, the concealer is just cracking and doing whatever it wants to do under my eyes. Like finishing up the eyes with some mascara. This is the Maybelline Colossal Volume Express. Gonna finish my lips by using the Zara lipstick pen. This is the shade Muse. Then I'm gonna wear the YSL lipstick. Alright, so this is the finished face. This is the side I use the Colourpop foundation, and this is the side I use 355 Pecan from Maybelline. Looking at my face in the viewfinder and even looking at my face in the mirror, it looks alike. It definitely does look alike. This side definitely does look a little bit warmer than this side. You guys can correct me, you guys can tell me what you think, but they do, like, it does kind of match my skin. As for the concealer is not my favorite at all. It's a very matte concealer, and it just emphasizes all the texture and all my lines under my eyes. Like, I know I have dry under eyes, and I know that using concealer and powder and all these products under your eyes will emphasize it, but I've never used a concealer that emphasizes it like this. Like, this concealer mattified and just emphasized everything, all the texture under there. Like, I kept on looking at myself in the mirror, like I am seeing like valleys and nooks and crannies in places that I never knew I had valleys, nooks and crannies. The powder performed well. I was worried about the color, but it's performing well. It looks very nice, set the skin very smooth, as you can see on this side and this side. The eyeshadow palette is great. I liked it. I like the colors. It did oxidize a little bit with the concealer, and that's my fault. That is not the shadow's fault. That's, you know, that's me. But we still have a pretty look here. I don't have anything to do. I'm not going out. I am thinking of going to see a friend, but I'm not very sure if I want to yet. So I have this face of makeup on. Coco is supposed to be back soon, and then when she comes back, I'm gonna ask her what she thinks about the two different sides, and I'm gonna go about my day. I'm on the floor of my office, and I'm with the delectable, delightful Coco.
I'm here too.
I just said that. So I have a question. I want you to look at my face. Just look at my face and tell me what you notice about it.
Your eyes are really blue, and then like your lips are like the usual pink that they are.
I'm not talking about my lips or my eyes. I'm talking about my face, like my face makeup, like foundation and stuff. I told you about this story about the Colourpop foundation thing.
Okay, like the two different sides.
Exactly.
The two different foundations.
So I used the Colourpop foundation on this side, and then I used the Maybelline foundation on this side.
There's no difference.
I'm so confused. There is a little difference. This side does look a little lighter, just a tiny bit lighter.
Let me see. I can't see it.
You can't see the difference? I see a difference because I did my makeup.
Maybe it's mental.
But I can see a slight difference. But how does the foundation look?
It looks fine. Actually.
It looks the same.
Yeah, it does.
It's really crazy because you saw
it. We were Look at you. Look at you.
Coco doesn't see a difference between both sides of my face, so I'm gonna continue with the foundation for the rest of the day. Unfortunately, I don't have any other blogger friends around me that I can ask. Like, there's nobody's house I can like pop into and be like, hi.
What do you think about my makeup?
Exactly. What do you think about my makeup? I have no blogger friends, like beauty blogger friends. Asking Coco, you guys just saw, is hard. So I'm going to go and eat right now. We got a package of food and I'm hungry. Hi guys, so this is my first check-in. It's almost 8 p.m, 7:40 something, like 7:50. I have been wearing this foundation for a couple of hours now. I think I finished my makeup around 3 and now it's like to 8, so it's been almost 4 hours. As you can see, my nose area and my smile lines really shiny. Only problem, everything else looks fine. This is the side I use the Colourpop foundation and it looks really good. Foundation is wearing very nicely. As for the concealer, one of the problems I had is because I used a lot of the concealer. Maybe that's why it gave me so much stress to blend, and it gave me so much stress when it came to my texture. As soon as my skin warmed up and the product really melted in my face, the concealer looks fine. It is very creasy under my eyes, like immediate under my eyes, but it doesn't look as textured as before. And I'm not gonna blot so that I can see how much oil is going to come through, but what is on my face right now is not so bad that I can't just blot with a little bit of powder and go along my way. So next check-in is gonna be before I go to bed, before I really remove my makeup, and I'll be giving you guys my final thoughts on the foundation, the concealer, and the powder. All right guys, so this is my final check-in for today. It is currently 10 p.m. I've had this foundation on from 3 p.m. to 10. You guys can calculate the hours. I'm not very good at math. I was very surprised about this foundation, and you guys knew how surprised I was. The shade was a problem at first, especially when I swatched it on my face, but this foundation, and I'm looking at myself in the mirror, looks absolutely perfect. I love the foundation. I can't wait to take the foundation out, probably to an event or to somewhere else. I spent most of the day indoors, so I didn't really take it out, but I want to try it out tomorrow because I'm going to an event tomorrow. I'm going to try it out and then I'll put a comment in the description section below so that you guys can actually like know how it wore outside. For the concealer, I want to still play around with it. I'm not very sure if the concealer formula is for me. As for the shade and as for blending and coverage, it's fine. It's just matte, and I'm not sure if it's because I applied too much that it really emphasized my texture, or maybe the formula is just too drying. I'm not sure yet. I do want to give it another chance, and I do want to see what it does. As for the powder, I have absolutely no problems with the powder. The powder wore on my face fine, though I do feel like my nose area could have been a little bit more matte. I think that's just my oily nose and my shiny nose coming through and just doing what it wants to do. But I do want to try the whole combination of the foundation, concealer, and the powder again with another primer, also playing with other face products. You know, you have to try the foundation out and try the products out with different products, with your products, to see how it blends well into your kit. Would I recommend that you buy this foundation? Yes. It wore very nicely on the skin, has a very nice finish. I was a bit worried about the shade, as you guys saw, but it's fine. For the concealer, as I said again, I'm gonna still play around with it. And as for the powder, it worked fine. As for the eyeshadow, I have no complaints at all. The eyeshadow worked well. All right guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm gonna put a picture of myself with some flash here so you can see the flash photography. I am shiny on my nose, as I said again, but I feel like with this, if I just blot, I'll be fine. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Click on the notification bell. Give this video a thumbs up because it helps my channel, and do not forget to be awesome. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.